And as we begin to find that one place, lying on our back, melting into the earth, take another long, slow, deep inhale. And open that mouth, sighing the breath out. Letting yourself melt, soften, and begin that surrender into the earth. It's important that not only do we make sure that we are in the right surroundings, so we have that music going if that's what you need, we have the lights turned down, we have incense or candles. We begin to set the scene and the ritual state. Dive into that yoga practice and to find a way to begin to let go of your day. As we take care of the awareness of the physical body, we move through not only scanning through the body, being aware and acknowledging any aches and pains, then move into that mental body. You know, it doesn't matter where we work, it doesn't matter what we do. The mind is on from the moment we wake up, and it is bombarded with distractions, from television to radio, to even just signage out on the street when you're driving, to interactions with people, things that maybe you haven't done or need to do. So if you notice any of those thoughts, any of that driving awareness of moving into conversation in your brain or drifting away, come back to the breath, come back to the sensation of the body on the mat. And recognize your breath is your anchor, is that key to bring you into this moment. Each and every breath is taken in the present. So it doesn't matter if it's 100 times in your practice that you need to draw your attention and awareness back into this moment. Your breath is that key. Take another long, slow, deep inhale and sigh that breath out. Take this last moment just to acknowledge if there is anything in your day, anything in your world at the moment that may have an impact on your practice. And can you give yourself permission to let that go? Can you give yourself permission to be on this little space that you have given yourself and to honor the connection with your body and your breath? big inhale. Sigh that out. Inhale, raise the arms above the head. Reach and extend the fingers to one end of the mat, and then draw the toes to the other end of the mat. Really stretch. And then rolling over to one side. And take that moment to just maybe create a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. When we create a sankalpa, an intention, we always find what it is that would allow harmony and happiness to live in your world each and every day with ease. And then turning that statement into a positive or present statement using words such as I have, I am, I let go, I call in. And once you have your little statement, and it could be as simple as I let go of sabotage, I call in joy and abundance. Breathe that into the body at least 3 times, settling it deep within your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual, and letting it go, trusting that it will be so. And then when you're ready, let's make your way into a child's pose so that we can get ready for a little movement, just a little heat building, and then we can come into some softer practice. Pressing the feet down into the earth, reach out in front and begin to press down so that the hips lift. Keep the chin connected to the chest, round through the spine. Open through the belly. Pause with the belly open, take your next inhale. And then tuck pubic bone to belly button and take yourself all the way back down to the heels. Inhale, pressing down into the feet, drawing the vertebrae to the ceiling. Exhale, open through the belly. Send the sit bones back, lift through the chin. Inhale, tuck pubic bone to belly button, draw the vertebrae up, chin to chest. And exhale as we take it all the way back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Inhale, tuck. And exhale, release. Last one. And as you take your buttocks down to the heels for that last one, tuck the toes under. When you're ready, we're all going to meet in that downward dog. Feet together, lifting high up on the toes. Inhale, and bring the heels down to the earth. Let's try that again. Inhale, high up onto the toes. And drop the heels to the earth. One more, high up onto the toes. Push the sit bones up. Press the hands into the earth. Push the earth away. And then let the heels drop down. As we tuck the chin to look up to the belly button. And let's walk the feet into the hands, coming into that forward fold. So we're going to create a little yang, the yin-yang balance. We've got that beautiful balance between both. So let's build a little heat. I'm going to bring the right foot into center, fingertips remain on the earth, and let's raise through the left leg. Now we're going to raise through that left leg, and I want you to become aware of rolling the toes in towards the right and feeling the hips nice and level. And then roll the toes out to the left and feel the hips stack. Let's do that again. Roll the toes right down into the right and feel the hips become level. And then roll those toes out to the left and feel the hips stack. So we're going to use that movement. Let's roll the toes inwards. Draw that left knee into the chest, crouch down nice and deep. Then let's send that left leg back, open through the toes, and draw that left leg out to the left, one straight line. Come back, roll the toes into the right, draw the knee into the chest. Send the leg out, roll the toes out, and draw it all the way around towards that left shoulder. Back, roll the toes in, draw into the chest, and out. Roll the toes out and draw straight leg out to the left. We have 4 more. Roll the toes in, draw into the chest, and out. Roll the toes out, out to the left, and back. 3 more. Roll the toes in, bend, draw into the chest, bend into that right knee, send it back out, roll out, and bring that leg around. 2 more. Rolling in, draw into the chest, and out, roll out, and draw that leg around. Last one. Roll in, draw knee into the chest, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back out. Roll toes open, draw around to the left, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, roll the toes in, and bring that left leg down to the earth. Letting yourself hang, letting yourself just find a little softness. Alrighty, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. We're going to heel toe the left foot into center. All of our weight comes onto the left foot as we lift and extend that right leg to the back. And again, we want to just take that awareness. Toes turned into the left, hips are nice and level. Toes rotate out to the right, and we stack and open the hip. So let's turn the toes back in to begin. We're going to draw the knee into the chest, crouching down, left leg bends, extend back out. Turn toes open to the ceiling, and we bring that right leg around to meet the shoulder, and then send it back. Turn toes in, and draw into chest. Send that leg back out, stack an open hip, draw leg to meet shoulder, and back. Even up the hips, draw knee into chest. 4 more. Stack an open hip. Draw right leg out to side and back. Even up hips. Draw knee into center, into chest and back. 3 more. Open and come to the side. Rolling in and back to center. 2 more. Hip turns open, leg comes to side and back, toes turn in and draw into center. Last one. Let's open with the hip, draw the leg to the side, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send that leg back, rotate toes in, draw knee into chest, holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send the leg back and let's step back into our downward dog. Take a little freedom of movement in that downward dog. The awareness of heat, the awareness of energy building through the body. Finding that downward dog. I'm going to begin to just work into the arms. Let's draw forward into high plank. Take your right hand into center, pivoting onto the right knife edge of the foot, and let's lift that left arm nice and high to the sky. Reach the left arm all the way to the front and back down to the mat. Pivoting onto the knife edge of the left foot, raise through the right arm. Reach that right arm to the front and all the way down. So we have another 4 on each side. Taking your time, raising the arm up nice and slow and lowering it down just as slow. Keep tucking pubic bone to belly button, zipping up from pubic bone to collarbone. Take your time. You should still have 1 or 2 left. Lift the hips high, push the ribs towards the ceiling. And when you feel complete, pressing back into your downward dog. Bringing knees down and coming into child's pose. Closing your eyes and letting yourself melt. Slowing the breath down. Let's reach those hands out in front. Tuck the toes under and lifting up into our downward dog. Let's begin to raise through the right leg. Take that right leg up as far as you can. Stack and open the hips. Watch your left shoulder. Bending into that right knee and having the knee be the highest point on the body. Straighten through that leg again. We're going to roll that hip around as we draw the knee into the chest. And we're going to take that right leg underneath left arm and then begin to reach and open left arm, coming into fallen star. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the left hand down, stacking and opening that right leg again, bending into the knee. We're going to drop that foot down to the earth, either bending into the knee and dropping the hip so you can find your wild thing, lifting and opening through the hips and coming into that full back bend. Three, 2, and 1. Coming back over, nice and slow. Let's begin to raise through the left leg. Watch that the right shoulder doesn't dip. Take that left leg up as high as you can, pressing down through the right heel. Bend into the left knee. Let's straighten through the leg. Draw that left knee into the chest as we take the left leg underneath the right and lift and open through the right arm. Three, 2, 1, bringing that right arm down. And let's raise through the left leg again. Draw the left foot to the right buttock. We're either going to drop through that right knee and drop down to the earth slowly, or let the left foot drop and come into that full back bend. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your left leg down to meet your right. And let's walk the feet into the hands. We're going to take the feet just a little wider than hip width apart. Bending into the knees. and letting the body surrender across the thighs. Coming into the first of our yin poses. Take a big inhale and a full exhale. Nodding yes, shaking no, and finding that surrender. We want to let the hands rest upon the earth, back to the palms resting. If that isn't comfortable for you or the earth feels too far away, then folding the arms and letting the head hang chin to chest. Take another big inhale and see if you can find just a little surrender, a little more, maybe lifting the sit bones towards the ceiling, letting yourself melt just a little further along the thighs. Beginning to notice any tension through the legs. Not here for too much longer. Try not to straighten the legs, try not to move too much as we find a place of surrender, of letting go. And take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Bringing the hands to the earth, turning the feet out wide as we gently drop the hips between the heels. And then just letting the body find that little surrender once again, softening into this pose, letting the head drop to the chin. And this is that point that we want to find the ability to release our heels onto the earth. And if that isn't there for you, making sure that you grab blankets or a bolster or blocks and place them underneath the heels. so that you actually bring the earth to the heel. Dropping the chin to the chest, letting the head hang. Turn the palms open, back to the palms, back to the hands on the earth, and chin to chest. Using any opportunity to breathe and surrender a little deeper. Let's take a big inhale and a full exhale. Another big inhale and a full exhale. Last one. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the knees down to the earth. And we're going to bring the knees underneath the hips. We're going to move just a little through a little evolving cat and cow, a little organic movement. Just bringing that awareness back into the spine. And then making sure that the knees are directly underneath the hips. We're going to begin to walk the hands out in front. We're going to melt down into Anahatanasana, melting heart pose. The full extension is the chin on the earth, eyes closed, looking up to that third eye. That may not feel necessarily comfortable for some, so you may need to place a bolster underneath or a block underneath the chest. Or it may be that you need to take the arms out a little wider. If you need to take a cheek to the mat, please make sure that you do swap. And it's really important in the mindfulness of this pose that we just check that our hips and our knees are above each other. That's becoming aware of your own body. Making sure that you're not leaning forward so that there's too much weight in the shoulders, or leaning back so that you're almost in a child's pose. There is a beautiful balance and an ability to melt through the heart. If you can close your eyes down and focus your breath and your surrender, not only through the heart at the front of the body, but also that space behind the heart, melting and surrendering. Anytime that your head is lower than your heart, it gives an opportunity for your heart to soften, to relax a little. As we take the opportunity to find again those 3 long, slow, deep breaths. You're going to make your way very slowly by pushing back into that child's pose. Bring the elbows just underneath the shoulders for a moment and drop the chin to the chest. Palms in prayer at the front of the body. When you're ready, bringing yourself up slowly and coming onto the buttocks. Lengthening the legs out in front. Taking those lovely fleshy parts of the buttocks up under from the sit bones, and recognizing if your hips are a little tight, you need to lift yourself a little onto a cushion or a blanket rather than a block. It's just that lift the hips and a tilt forward of the pelvis. Let the feet fall out to the side. We're going to begin to melt forward, beginning to melt
across the thighs, chin to chest. And we find this opportunity, it's one of the most yin of all the yin poses. Melting into caterpillar pose.
It's a great opportunity for self-reflection. Beautiful opportunity, especially after that melting heart pose. Just to come into that observation of self. Any forward fold helps calm the mind. A great pose to do after a busy day.
We again have that awareness of breath, both in bringing yourself into this present moment, acknowledging each and every moment as precious and true, but also as that opportunity to surrender a little more. Opportunity to delve just a little deeper. Remember, in this pose, your knees are soft, your legs are soft, and that spine rounds and chin drops to the chest. I'm going to take those 3 long, slow, deep breaths. And making sure that you Don't just sit bolt upright. That you begin very slowly to press the hands into the earth and to draw yourself up inch by inch by inch whenever you're ready. And you're simply going to take yourself down all the way to the earth. Knees remaining bent. Keeping the shoulders and the feet on the earth and in one straight line. We're going to lift the hips and take the hips over to the right, placing them back down. Extend the left leg down the mat. Take the arms out to the side, and let's take that right leg all the way over to the left. And if you feel your right shoulder lifting, draw that left shoulder through just a little more. And see if you can find a way to surrender through that right thigh, right hip, right sacral joint, and keep that right shoulder softening towards the earth. If it lifts off, don't force it down. And you're more than welcome to extend your top right leg out. Finding the depth in the breath. Taking a big inhale and a full exhale. Another big inhale. And a full exhale. When you're ready, bringing both knees and the hips back to the earth, and both knees to center, bending both knees and just straightening through the hips and the body. When you're ready, feet and shoulders stay in one straight line, hips lift, move to the left side of the mat. We straighten through the right leg and take the left knee over to the right. Again, if that left shoulder lifts off, take the opportunity to draw the right shoulder through a little more as you begin to melt into the earth. your awareness into that sacroiliac joint. That's that area on the back that is feeling this twist. And see if you can imagine all the muscles, all the tendons, everything in that joint area releasing, letting that left knee drop little bit by little bit to the earth. If you wish to deepen it, extend that left leg out, maybe pistol gripping the toe, or just letting it rest along the floor. Very, very slowly, taking those last few breaths. Gently releasing that left leg, bringing the leg back to center, bringing the body back into center, and taking both legs down the mat. Moving into your Shavasana. Taking whatever warmth you might need. Letting yourself melt into the earth.
Scanning through the body for any tension that may still be there. And as you take those last few breaths, as you soften and surrender. Drawing that awareness back into the physical body. As you begin to move fingers and toes. Bringing awareness into the jaw and the mouth. As you maybe begin to open and close the mouth, run the tongue along the teeth, or just drop the head from side to side. When you're ready, reach the arms up above the head, stretching fingers in one direction, toes in the other. And rolling over to one side. Coming once again into that beautiful fetal position. As you draw your awareness back to your sankalpa, your intention. Breathing that into the body and then letting it release. Knowing that you have all that you need to create the life that you desire. When you're ready, coming to a comfortable seated position, and beginning to find that ritual that seals and acknowledges your sacred practice. Giving credence to the time that you gifted yourself. Let's bring the hands beside the body, palms face the ceiling. Begin to draw the hands towards the back of the body, round through the spine, chin to chest, pubic bone to belly button. Bring the hands around to the front of the body, back to the hands touch. Rise first through the shoulders, then the elbow, and then the fingers. Bring the hands back to prayer, draw them down to the heart. Inhale for a gentle Om. Om. Take your thumbs to your third eye. Find clarity of thought, intuition, and your truth. Taking your thumbs to your lips, finding kindness, truth, and compassion with your words, first and foremost, to self. Then take your thumbs to your heart. Surrounding yourself with love and joy, may you sit with purity, truth, and a sense of community within. Bowing down to your higher self. Namaste. Rubbing your hands together, generate a little heat, a little warmth in the base of the palms. When they're nice and warm, take that warmth up to the eyes, pressing in gently, balancing left and right hemisphere. Take that energy down the face, the torso, and out through the thighs. Bring the hands back to prayer to your third eye. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May I have peace, may you have peace.
And may we bring peace to the world together.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.